bulletin boards, group emails, short talks in a hurry. There are many ways to communicate. The Malteser Emergency Service in Mainz has been providing its employees with information via app for 2 years. In principle, employees can propose their own topic. For example, when will the next generation of the ambulance that we use here be released? This is the snip that the employee submits. It is visible to everyone, and the snip can also be rated. For example, you can click on it and say, "Hey, I'm interested in that too." A percentage display then goes up, which is a good indication for the editorial team. It's a very, very good medium for responding to employee requests. After all, there are often things that managers are not directly aware of, but which are perhaps still burning under the skin. For a professional group that is organized in shift work, the app brings even more advantages. Before that, we always used the medium of the circular mail. The advantages of the current system are definitely the visual presentation, of course. So every article has a large picture. You can include eye catchers, which of course also make people a little more interested in the topic. The biggest advantage that I personally see in the system is that it is always available to colleagues. Even when there are overlapping shifts, things often get lost. But these are things that are possibly not fundamentally important for the next active duty, but still they can be mapped very, very well using this system. The employee communication app, EK-Up, has been on the market for 4 years. It is now used by more than 150 companies from various industries, and demand is growing, says CEO Manuel Conrad. There's actually almost no managing director when asked, "Oh, how does the internal communication go in your company?" who then says, "Really well." And now Corona has greatly increased the need for better communication among colleagues. The setup fee depends on the size of the company and starts at €125 per month. The installation of the customer site is done quickly. We get a customer live within 24 hours, can set up the environment, and make everything available to them to the extent that they can work with it. We usually also do a training session for 1 or 2 hours in which we train the administrators of our customers, or those who then can support and moderate the whole thing. We recommend that a company that introduces an employee app should prepare the whole thing for at least 2 weeks.
Dass eine Mitarbeiter-App einführt, empfehlen wir eigentlich immer schon, sich mal mindestens 2 Wochen das Ganze vorzubereiten. In der Regel
Usually our app makes total sense. If you have more than 30, 40 employees, and especially if you have employees that don't have an office workstation, that's actually very, very common in healthcare with hospital settings. What we also see in the care sector is outpatient care services that are on the road a lot.
ambulante Pflegedienste, die halt sehr viel unterwegs sind.
Basically, we can say that the reactions to the system that we have now made are consistently positive and are accepted a bit better than the email. In some areas, the mass email to colleagues is simply necessary. But especially when it comes to information that is not acutely important to the people at that exact second, information that is better consumed at one's pace, it is preferable. It increases the acceptance of these topics by giving the employee the opportunity to read it when they want.
Auch die Akzeptanz zur Aufnahme dieser Sachen ein bisschen zu steigern, indem die Mitarbeiter die Möglichkeit haben, es eben dann zu lesen, wann sie möchten.